Hi guys, next project. This is the radiator on the external wall. You can see the tin foil behind because the external wall sucks out the heat from the back section of the radiator. So what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be fitting this new one all bare, still got to put everything on it, all the valves and everything, and I'm going to be fitting it to this section of wall, an internal wall. In effect, the internal wall will heat up and the heat will still remain within the house, not get dragged out like the external wall on the other radiator. Okay guys, as you can see, I've took the stoppers out that the radiator comes with. I've put the valve in the top on both sides. That's the pressure release valve. I'm now going to fit this piece, which goes into here. But before I do that, I'm going to cover the threads with plumber's tape. I'm going to give it about 12 wraps to ensure that it seals properly. They used to use something called plumber's mate back in the day, but it was like a putty which you put on the threads, but you had to wait for that to dry, so you couldn't fill your radiator up before it dried. It's quick and easy and it guarantees the seal, as long as you put enough wraps on. I will be back in a minute with the next update. There's the first one in, and as you can see, like I suggested, you cover the threads with PVA plumber's tape. Give it a good wrap, like I said, about a dozen wraps before you put it in, to guarantee the seal. As you can see, the valves are on, but I haven't tightened the valves because I still have to mount it on the wall, which I have pre-marked for top of bracket for hanging on either side. I marked centre of the wall first, which is this mark, then measured centre to centre on the back for the brackets, and then measured out 500mm on either side. That gave me my lines with the spirit level to go straight down. What I will do next is I will drill the first hole here. I will put the screw into the wall. I will put that with the bracket. Then I will level and make sure it is straight with the line. And then I will mark the second hole. While the bracket's on the wall, I will push it to one side and I will drill the hole. As you can see, I've got the brackets, both brackets on either side, fitted to the wall with the top bolt. All I did was I just brought them down to centre of line. Showing the centre of line in the middle of the hole. I marked it, pulled it to one side, and now I can drill my second hole. Before drilling the next hole, and the first one to be honest, always make sure you use a pilot drill first, of this, one of the smallest ones you can find. Doesn't really matter, as long as you get your pilot hole. And then you have the guide for the next drill. Because you might find that if you haven't got the pilot hole, that your hole will be a little bit too big for the wall plug that you're going to be putting in. Okay guys, that's both the brackets on. But what I had to do with the second bracket, if you notice on this side, I've had to move the top nut down, because where I drilled that hole, it was the cement between the bricks, which wasn't a solid fix, and I caught the brick on the next one down. This is why you've got different holes on the brackets. In case this happens, you can always adjust the position of the bolt so you get a proper fix. As you can see, the brackets are fit, like I've just showed you. What you have now is you have something called a soft foot, which actually sits in the groove. It's to give a bit of cushion for the radiator, so don't put your radiator on unless you've got this in, because this will give it a soft seat to sit in. Okay guys, that's the radiator mounted on the wall. I did have to make a couple of alterations because the brackets were wrong, but didn't take long to fix it. Just 40mm out on either side when I went to hang it the first time. Easily done. So now that's even centre on either side of the wall from white to white. So now it's just a matter of getting under the floor putting the pipes through the floor and redirecting the pipes from the other radiator. Here we go with the fitting of the chrome pipes to go through the floor. The chrome pipes are 15mm, so I'm going to use a 20mm hole cutter for timber to give me a little bit of play on either side, just in case I hit the side of a joint, which you never know could happen. Okay guys, as you can see, I've now completed the pipe work through the floor on either side, and as you can also see, which is on both pipes on either side, I have fitted a stop valve, which is for future maintenance or in case of leaks. You don't have to depressurize your whole system. You can just turn off the pressure on either side of the radiator, and then you can just do the work you need to do to fix whatever the problem is.